Times are changing. Colleges are dropping the SAT as a requirement. Fan-freaking-tastic. That would have been great for me. I came in at a very impressive 960. Couldn't crack 1,000. Terrible test taker. I don't care now. I'm successful. That's what I think about my SAT score. How do you like me now? Little Kirk Cousins reference. The Vikings quarterback. He was a Redskin at the time, wasn't it? Now we can't say that. What are they, the Commanders? Yeah. How do you like me now? Yeah. I got a average, probably below average SAT score for all I know. Colleges are dropping it as a requirement. Law schools are dropping the LSAT. Are you kidding me? Law schools dropping the LSAT. Fantastic. Has nothing to do with their ability to be trained as a lawyer. And workplaces are dropping bachelor's degrees. It's the new norm. I think 2023, you want to know what the big trend of 2023 is in the workplace? A quicker shift to skills-based hiring rather than pedigree hiring. I just think that's what it is. And we're seeing it with big companies, Fortune 500 companies, Google, IBM, Apple, have eschewed their long-standing degree requirements. This is a Fortune article I'm pulling from. In November 2022, just months ago, only 41% of U.S.-based job postings required a bachelor's degree. IBM, all the way back in 2016, gee whiz, doesn't 2016 seem like an eternity ago? In 2016, IBM came up with a term called new-collar jobs. I love it. I either haven't heard that before or it didn't sink into my conscience, and Alex, I love it. New-collar jobs. What does it refer to? It requires specific skills instead of a specific degree. Jenny Romney, IBM CEO at the time, told Fortune CEO Alan Murray that non-degree holding hires performed just as well as those with PhDs. You don't say. What? You're telling me a knucklehead like Ken Coleman with no diploma can perform as well, if not better, than an egghead with a PhD? You bet your butt you can. You know why? I'm going to break it down for you. Performance is not about distinction. It's about contribution. Let's all say it together. On the count of 3, we'll say duh, wherever you are. 1, 2, 3, duh. This is true in any area of life. I'm a football fan. College football, baby. I love it. Let me tell you something. Do you know how many 5 stars, distinction, lose their starting job to a 3-star, contribution? Do you know how many 5 stars don't get drafted or get drafted behind 3 stars? A lot. You know why? Take your star and shove it. Performance is not about distinction. It's about contribution. So, over 70% of job listings require a college degree in this country right now. I want you to listen to this nonsense. Over 70% of job listings require a college degree, but only 50% of Americans have it. Now, what's that tell you? Who's given ground in that piece of data? It's companies. They're having to diversify. They're having to scrap to get talent. And at some point, they're going to have to wake up and go, we probably should make some changes. Is it true that performance is about contribution, not distinction? I don't give a crap where you went to law school. I want to know if you're a good lawyer. I don't care where you went to med school. I want to know if you're a good doctor. So what's going to happen out of this is a great awakening, and it's already beginning to happen with companies. The Great Awakening is we are going to have to train the talent. We're going to have to develop our talent. We're going to have to develop partnerships with outside entities to do the training that aren't your four-year colleges. My friends at Bethel Tech right now. I send you all to betheltech.net if you want to get into technology because it's an online program, 9 months, $15,000. They have an incredible placement rate, and their people are making $75,000 right out of the program with a path to six figures very quickly. Guess what? Ramsey Solutions is also paying Bethel Tech to train people in our building to do tech. I'm looking at Deanna, who's a longtime friend of mine. She's across the lobby having a sip of coffee right now. She serves in multiple capacities. But Deanna right now, who we know is a good person, and she's a good worker, and she has talent, guess what? She is with Bethel Tech right now. I'm telling you, this is the real life example of what companies are doing and are going to do more of. They're going to go, wait a second, I got good people in my building, and I can train them. I can develop them. In other words, I can educate them. And guess what? They can step into a role that I'm having a hard time hiring for. And they're already a culture fit. They're already familiar with the organization, the values. I know they've got high character, and I'm training them. This is what companies are going to be doing more of. Google's been doing it for a scad of positions. 6-month program. Now they're farming it out. I knew that was going to happen too. So the great awakening for companies is I'm going to have to do my own training. I'm going to have to find people that have, watch, talent, yes, but I will train them for the skill. No degree required. It will be the biggest trend of 2023. Maybe the biggest trend of 2024. It's coming down the highway, baby, like an 18-wheeler who's lost his brakes. It's coming, right? And leaders are going to have to either wake up to it or catch up to it. You got to either wake up now or catch up later. The data is in. So why do I share that with those of you who watch and listen to this show? Come out of the cave. Come out of the cloud of shame that you don't have the degree, that you can't afford the degree. As I got news for you. Nobody cares. They just want people who can perform. And the world is changing rapidly. Get your head up. No shame in your game. Start to come up with a different voice for I'm not enough because I don't have a degree, and go, I'm enough. I don't need a degree. It's a shift. It's a mind shift because look, the world is shifting. So as I was challenging leaders a moment ago, this is really the challenge of this entire segment of content is that I want you to understand it's time for you to wake up or you're going to be catching up. If you stay in this false narrative that because I don't have a degree, that I am limited in my ability to do what I want to do. I'm limited, period. And I'm just going to take my ball and go home, which is what a lot of men are doing. I'm talking to men specifically because the data says it's men, not women. You're walking around in a cloud of shame, and you've retreated from life. You've retreated from society, and the world needs you to show up. Please don't retreat.